Hello and welcome to the history of Stargate Atlantis. Today's episode we're going to be covering Culling, and here we go. Culling is an Athosian male from the planet Athos. A deeply spiritual man, Culling is loyal to his people and loving to his son, Jinto. 2004. He was the first adult Athosian to encounter the Atlantis expedition team on the planet Athos. He led them to Teyla, the leader of their people. During the culling, he was beamed up by a Wraith Dart. He was then taken to a Hive Ship on a Wraith homeworld and was rescued by Major John Sheppard. He traveled with the rest of their people to Atlantis to establish a new life for themselves, relatively free from the constant threat of the Wraith. When Jinto got lost in Atlantis while playing hide and seek, he joined Sheppard in the search and used the communication system to talk to him. Later, he briefly served as a guide to the Atlantis reconnaissance unit, led by Sergeant Stackhouse, before he and the Athosians relocated to the newly discovered continent near the city. While they remained in communications with Teyla and Atlantis, there they hoped to start a new life on Lantia. 2005. Before the Battle of Atlantis, he protested the planned destruction of Atlantis to Dr. Elizabeth Weir. 2006. After the discovery of the Tria and the return of the Ancients, he and the rest of the Athosians were moved to New Athos. 2007. Along with the other Athosians, Culling disappeared from New Athos without a trace. 2008. While searching for clues to the Athosians' disappearance, Teyla found a box of Athosian personal belongings on Croa. Among these was a ring belonging to Culling. After being taken prisoner by Michael Kinmore, Teyla is reunited with Culling and the surviving Athosians. Culling explains to Teyla how the Athosians were kidnapped by Michael and loses hope in a rescue since they had believed Teyla would find them, and she is now imprisoned with them. When Michael's men come to take Teyla, Culling tries to protect her, but he is knocked to the ground for his efforts. Culling and the other Athosians are later rescued by a team led by Lieutenant Colonel John Sheppard. After the Atlantis expedition finds Michael's base with the help of a clone of Dr. Carson Beckett and Nabal Golan. 2009. When Atlantis returns to the Pegasus Galaxy, Teyla contacts New Athos to let them know of Atlantis' survival. Culling answers and is relieved to hear that Atlantis was not destroyed, as the Athosians had feared. Teyla and her team visits New Athos, and Culling shows a knowledge of the incompatibility of Teyla and Kanan, and supports her moving on from him as a result. Culling is later stunned when the Wraith raid New Athos to kidnap Dr. Rodney McKay, having used a fake distress call from the Athosians to draw Sheppard's team to the planet. Culling does his best to help Dr. Zat'nikatel narrow down the possibilities of planets McKay could have been taken to. Using his knowledge of such planets, the Athosians would have dialed. With Culling's help, Zat'nikatel is able to narrow it down to 9 possible planets. Thank you and goodbye.